Hello, Indiana backyard gardener. How are you? It's raining heavily. Wow, thanks for checking in for night 19. You're now in our rain season, and so we've been experiencing heavy rains for the past 2 weeks. And my veranda garden is flooded. It is water all around me. Sounds peaceful. Those are our stats. I don't know if I'll be audible because of the rain, but at least you can see well. Oh, thank you. It's a beautiful space for the garden, but it's flooded at the moment because of the heavy rains, and all this area is flooded. I have plans for all that, this whole area, but it's now flooded. I can't even sit. You're asking, am I harvesting? Yes. I have drums around. There, right there. There is a drum harvesting water. I don't know if you see that one. And at other points also. So I collect the rainwater to use later. Yes, this one. So I tried to clear the water down here. But then I can't even push it outside because it's flooded. Even outside it's flooded. It's very heavy rain. So at several points, I harvest the rainwater. Then the drum outside is also where I make I have some tea. For the green stalks that remain for the vegetables, all the vegetables we enjoy, the traditional vegetables, the weeds, I put them in the drum. So that's where I make my tea, which has been so useful. Because here we don't have fresh water. We use borehole water and it's salty water. So at least there I get to make it with some fresh water. You know that a lot of salty water tends to lock nutrients. So at least when we get to collect the rainwater, it's good for the plants. So you're asking whether I grew the flowers from seed? No, I got them from a tree nursery just down the road. So I've already started some in a container. So these are new starts. The Madagascar periwinkle. I hope to populate my garden with more flowers so that I can attract the pollinators. It's so important to have the flowers around. And I learned that lesson when we experienced such a long drought season. And most of my plants, I had a problem about the pollination. Yes. So to attract the pollinators, my goal is to have more flowers in the garden. If we can get more flowers, well and good. And also, I have lots of succulents, because the succulents can survive the long, hot, dry seasons we experience. This time round, the rains have been so lenient. Usually the rains disappear after like 2 weeks, they disappear. And you're left to struggle watering your plants. But this time round, I'm thinking they will do good. Our crops will do good in the field. For me, it is what has survived in the garden is chili. My chili has survived getting to the point of drying, and you can see like dry sticks. But then now it has revived. It has flowers, and the chili has already, there are small chili fruits already there. I also have capsicum that has survived. Then the passion fruit. What else? The fruit trees. Basically the fruit trees, at least they can survive. Then I have the other drought resistant plants like the snake plants, the different succulents, the herbs. I have lemongrass. So those ones, at least they can survive with minimal watering in the garden. But the ones that can't do well when it is too hot, like zucchini, that is a no-go zone. For zucchini, too much water, too little water. Like I have the baby sunrose that has like small red flowers. It's outside there. You can't. it's too dark. I shared a video where I planted the passion fruits, the journey for 1 year, and just at the bottom, because at the bottom it's usually bare, I planted the baby sunrose. It has some small beautiful red flowers, bright red flowers, so beautiful, and those ones, they do well and they attract pollinators. I hope I can get better lighting for outside, so that at least I can be taking people around, even if it is in the evening after the day's work. And I do have a baby sunrose here. The rain is still unforgiving. This one. So it covers the ground so well. This other side it's dark, huh? You can't see. It covers the ground so well, and it has like small, this one does not have any flowers at the moment. So I made it as a hanging. You see, it's hanging from there. I will give a tour soon so that you can get to see the baby sunrose. Yes, it is. And for the baby sunrose, it is the only plant, at least that has survived green through the hot, dry season. Because I tried growing grass, like so that the first block I can have just the grass and lots of flowers. The second block is where I have these other food crops. Then the third block I have lots of herbs. But then the grass did not make it. But the baby sunrose out there is so thick and nice. Even before the rains, it was just doing good. With a little water, it is good. So I'm warming myself here because it's cold. I had planned to just position it down here close to my feet as I'm preparing my cane sets. Today I was supposed to prepare the cane sets because I got new ones, the ones that had already sprouted and they have roots. I've already planted them. So I have a new set to prepare. This one's right here. But now everywhere it is so wet. You say it is 40. So as the temperatures go low, you want something warm. And I'm so happy I appeared in the night garden, even if it is cold and raining. It is a clap for me. Just keeping up to the commitment of appearing in my night garden till I see my crops grow, because I've not been able to grow for quite some time during the day because I'm held up doing other things, working on other things. So that's how I decided I need to start just a night garden to see whether if you dedicate like an hour during the night, you can grow some crops and still get something good. Yes, so it takes a lot of dedication. So at least from the Jiko I do get ash. Which I use now especially for the, and by the way I started the sunflowers. So I have just a few remaining. Just a few remaining here that I want to plant this side. Oh, you're talking about, for biochar, I have some maize cobs. This one I'm mainly using it to get the ash. This one mainly to get the ash. For biochar, I've been saving the maize cobs, the corn cobs. We call it corn cobs. Some people say maize cobs, others call it corn cobs. So that's what I've been saving to make some biochar. Then for the charcoal, I just use the small pieces that are left over that you can't use maybe for cooking. The ones that are left over, that is what I can mix with the soil. Yes, I will do a video. I actually did, and it was some time back, I think 2 years back. There's a video that I posted that had some content on biochar. But I will have to do another one during these 90 days. I'm hoping I'll be able to do another one. You say it's a hot topic right now. Biochar. Okay. I have something I used to make the biochar. It's just somewhere in the garden, and it's just getting it and preparing the biochar. I hope I can do something like, it would be good if I can do something like an experiment to have like a control. You say you get plenty of views. Yes, if I can do like an experiment, I have like a control and soil with biochar, so that we see the difference, how the crop performs when the soil has biochar. Because biochar, at least, it tends to make the soil light and nice and airy, and also a lot of useful microorganisms can colonize the surface of the biochar, and it's useful to the plants, and the plant can take up nutrients and be stronger. So I need to do something about it soon, but not, that is after at least these rains have passed, because now everywhere is wet, and basically this area, even outside in the veranda, it is flooded. Here it is flooded, the water is coming in, flooded all round. But at least my crops in the garden, my chili is already flowering with fruits, my capsicum, I'm getting fruits, capsicum fruits already. And my groundnuts are also flowering, they also have pegs. So I'm hoping to get some good harvest from there. Then my passion fruit. You're asking when was the last time it rained like this for you? For the past 2 years, the rains have not been consistent. That's why I was saying, there was a time, there are 2 weeks of just some rain like this, then the rains disappeared completely. So the crops in the field, even the ones that had grown like large areas, the crops reached a certain height, and that was the end of it. So they lost the crop. So I'm hoping this time around it will not disappear like that. It will be sufficient for the crops to grow, and also some rains just to take them to maturity. Then now it can cut off for the crops to ripen and harvesting. Then it's so funny at times, when you're expecting to harvest, now you get very heavy rains that destroy the crops in the fields. All because of the climate change issue. Oh yes, and the sugar cane is already shooting up beautifully. The container is outside, getting some sweet rain. You know that the rain has like like growth hormones. The crops shoot up so fast. So the corn and the sugar cane that we had already started, they are outside, enjoying the rain. I will bring them in later when at least there's some nice growth to appreciate. And also the strawberry. The strawberry is also doing good. It is outside there, right there. It's so dark. The strawberry is doing really good. So today I will record things later because I can't sit here. And it is getting cold and colder and colder. But at least I can warm myself. So yesterday I noted that the papaya was coming up and I was so happy. Papaya was in container 5. And we seem to have some new growth. You see that? So these are my zero costs pawpaw seeds or papaya. So today we have more of them. I had already recorded the first sign of germination. So today at least we can record for the sprouting. And these are red bulb onions. You can see the shell. the seed coats. So that's nice that you can use zero cost seeds to start papaya in your home garden, and I get some nice fruit trees. So I'm hoping as we monitor them through this journey, we can get a good number of males and females, because for the papaya there are females and the males. If you plant only the males, you won't get any fruits. So that's the update for container 5. For the spring onion, these are not spring onions, these are red bulb onions. So let me show you the other container. So if this, for all these crops, if I had already started them in the field, they would be enjoying the rain, but it's okay. I hope the rains will not disappear midway. So this is my DIY watering bottle. Just to ensure I keep the plants, the soil moist. So that's the update for container. Plenty of them right there. If the soil surface is too hard, they will find it difficult to push up. So then once you've made it soft like this, they can push up easily. So that's container 5. Then we have container 1. This is container 1. Container 3. So for container 3 is where we have the okra, we have the cucumber, radish, and eggplants. So today, the eggplants are really looking good. I'll bring you closer. I planted a good number of cucumber seeds, but now I see I'm only getting 3 of them. But for cucumbers, there's no much trouble when it comes to pollination. So let's see what we have for container 3. So remember I started more radish seeds here, and already they have sprung up. Then these are the first ones, but there was a stranger poking some holes on the leaves. But then I didn't remove them because I saw that there would be some that would be good enough. So they got leggy because they were not getting sufficient sun. I remember like when they shot up the first, I think either the first 2 days, I did take them outside. So they were struggling to get the sun from that point that streams in like this, from that direction. So they became so leggy, but it's good. Because the sunflowers became also leggy, but they became strong. And at least today they're in the field, enjoying the rain. Then these are the eggplants. Look at that. And for eggplants, I know they are hardy. They will survive for long as they are getting the nutrients that they need. They will survive. Wow, so warm. The rains have subsided a bit, but it's still raining. But I think now I'm audible. So the radish, the other seeds that I started, they have also come up. But here I will get a few. Then I was also making the spray, because as we keep watch over them this 90 days, committing ourselves, it's a long stretch. It is a long stretch. Sometimes I think about it and I just smile to myself. It is a long stretch. But I'm almost quarter way. By the time I get to halfway, at least I know they are the first growers I would have enjoyed. And also I will like upgrade my garden, have more flowers, have more fruit trees. Because remember when I told you I have the avocado seedlings, and now I have pawpaw, just taking care of them. I know pawpaw will take some time, over a year, to get to that stage, but at least taking care of them, they will be good. So these are, they look so nice. Wow, look at that. Wow. They look nice. These are cucumber. So there are 3 of them. 1, 2. There's another one here hiding. Look at that. So for the cucumbers, if we end up with the 3, I'm good. Just 3 containers because I have to support them. So the issue now is also looking for stakes. I should start looking for stakes very soon, because I also have tomatoes. Although for tomatoes, I have a tomato corner right there. So maybe just a few plants that I can bring to my night garden, and the rest will go to the field. Then this is okra. So many people are discovering the benefits of including okra in their diets. And now look at this. It has turned out so beautiful. Looks nice, huh? That is our okra. So for container 3, it's good. And this is also okra. But this shell, I don't know why it does not want to fall. And I didn't want to remove it by hand. It's good for the plant to just be strong and come up. So eggplants, we are getting eggplants. I did get very good eggplants the last time I posted videos on eggplants. So this time round, I hope with the close monitoring, I will get even better. So that's the update for container 3. Looking good. So next we go to container. Let's go to this container. Here we have the last of the sunflowers that I started. The rest are already in the garden. So they were all standing, but now I removed so many of them, these whole parts, to transplant them, and I'm happy I was able to manage it before the rain. So today they've gotten some, they will drink some good water to just make them strong. Then look at this. Another beautiful start here. Looking so nice. So this that is already growing the true leaves, this is watermelon. So I swapped watermelon for I left pumpkin. Then I decided to plant watermelon in this garden. Then the other garden, I want to start the pumpkins. So I think tomorrow I have to put that down. Tomorrow I have to start pumpkins. Wheat is for the other garden. I don't want to plant them here in this garden because I already have the cucumbers, the watermelon. I don't want to add pumpkins. For the pumpkins, I will take them to the other garden so that you don't have any issue with cross-pollination. So it's already growing the true leaves. And once they have the true leaves like the sunflower, at least they can go, they are good enough for transplanting. So these are the true. So that is the update for container 4. I will need to add some soil right there because I was to finish this, but I was held up again in the evening. I also had to attend to some family that had visited, so I couldn't finish transplanting. I was in a rush. I need to cover that portion. So that the roots are not exposed. But there are not so many at tomorrow. By tomorrow, I can transplant them. They can get some space so that they can grow and attract some pollinators to my garden. The last time I planted sunflower, I got so many birds. visiting my garden. I'm hoping this time round I can capture them. So I've discovered the trick is to just place the camera where there is a shade and just sit quietly and wait for the birds to come. And I made sure I planted lots of them so that if they are munching on some, I have some left over. But then they'll be doing the work of pollination. So that's the update for container 4. Now we go to container, wow. Container 6. So for container 6, we have the spring onions and the cabbages. And the spring onions, I have very few that have shot up compared to the other red bulb onions. Let me just move this aside. So these ones have shot up so well compared to the spring onions. Then this is cabbage. And there's also a stranger biting on the small leaves. But then it is doing good. I will not remove them. I'll just give them time to see how they perform. But now, normally if they are not good enough, I'll just start another round. But I see some are already growing the true leaves, you see. So it's just a matter of taking care of them, keeping the container, the soil moist, and we are good to go. I'm hoping more spring onions can shoot up. So that is the update for container 6. So now we go to the container with this is container 3. For container 3 is where I have the capsicum and the radish. Then finally container 1. So let me move them closer. So for container 3, we have the capsicum, which I've not seen any sign yet. For the pepper plants, they may take time, but they will shoot up. And the good thing is that once you grow them, right now I've been enjoying fruits. This is the 3rd year from my peppers, and I got a bumper harvest last time. So for the pepper plants, even if they take time, it's still good. Once they get established, and also I have some volunteer plants. I will give a tour of the garden, then you'll be able to see the volunteer plants. Then this is now container 1. Container 1 is where we have carrots, and beetroots, and tomatoes. Good. So look at our stats. So happy. Looking good. Then also I'm expecting more carrots here to shoot up so that I can grow them in containers. These are weeds. These are beets, and already you can see they are growing the true leaves. The tomatoes looking nice. So far that is the update for night 19. I'm so happy I've appeared. Despite the heavy rain and the flooding, the floor is flooded. The other plants that are usually decorating my table are outside. This one does not love it doesn't love the hot sun. So I had to bring it back inside. So that is it for night 19. So this is where I get the ash. I've already started saving ash because I've been saving ash for a long time, but it's somewhere, I kept it somewhere, and it has been rained on. So I'm just making a new stash of ash again that I will use, which is especially important for the sunflowers. I know they will perform so well when they get the ash, and also for my tree, for my orange tree. That is what I give it, some ash, and also for the other plants, because I use a lot of salty water, and salty water, when you use it for long, it tends to lock the nutrients. So at least to amend my soil, I use the ash. So thank you so much for showing up night 19. So today I was supposed to give 10 plus 9 claps for just making it to the night garden. It is a journey and a commitment to ensure that I grow again in the garden. Even if during the day I can be busy with other things, but at least my night garden is getting some attention. Because for gardening, if you're not there to give it attention, so many things can happen. Because you need to scout the plants daily to see how are they performing and what else you need to give them. So if you're not giving them that attention, you don't get a good harvest. So I've given an update of what is happening in the fields. We've enjoyed the nice sound of rain, even though this area is now outside, it's flooded, inside it's flooded. But I got a nice hot jiko to just keep me warm as I enjoy my night garden, to make sure at least I appear and continue working in the night garden. So thank you, Indiana, backyard gardener. Thank you for appearing. Thank you all for making it to the night garden. So that is it for today. Join me again tomorrow for an update to see what has sprung up, what has shut up, and what we need to work on as we continue monitoring the plants and growing in the garden. Look at that. So beautiful things in the garden, and look at the okra. So you can get plenty of okra at home. Plenty of okra. I know the price of okra has shot up, but now if you can grow it at home and in containers, you can get to enjoy okra as you want it without thinking of I have to buy it at an inflated cost because so many people want okra at the moment. So that is okra looking good. The eggplants, that is cucumber looking good. That is eggplant. That is radish. The sunflowers. The beets. Also beets, you can enjoy beets at home without having to pay too much money. These are carrots that have started coming up. Then these are the spring onions, and then I have pawpaw. I have the red bag onions and watermelon. Thank you all, and it is a wrap for night 19. Catch me live again tomorrow for night 20. We are almost quarter way, and I'm so happy for appearing. Thank you all, and bye.